Welcome to Conspiracy Files. I'm your host, Zoe Parker, and in today's episode, we're diving into one of the most bizarre yet enduring mysteries of all time, the Hollow Earth theory. For centuries, the idea that our planet is not a solid mass, but rather a shell containing vast inner worlds, has captured the imaginations of explorers, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. From ancient mythologies to modern-day speculation, stories persist of hidden civilizations, secret underground cities, and even entire ecosystems flourishing beneath our feet. At first glance, the concept seems impossible, contradicting everything we understand about geology, physics, and planetary science. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find a strange and compelling history filled with extraordinary claims. From 19th century maps allegedly depicting entrances to the underworld at the Earth's poles, to tales of lost expeditions vanishing into hidden caverns, the Hollow Earth theory has left a trail of tantalizing mysteries. Some believers suggest that powerful governments are hiding knowledge of a subterranean realm teeming with advanced life, perhaps even beings far more intelligent than we are. Others argue that the inner Earth is not just a physical space, but a dimensional gateway to realms beyond our comprehension. And then there are those who look to ancient texts, pointing to repeated references to the underworld as evidence that humanity once knew far more about what lay beneath. But why does this theory persist? What makes it so compelling that even in the age of satellites and deep Earth scanning technology, some still believe in vast, unexplored domains beneath our planet's surface? Is it possible that something, or someone, is being kept hidden from us? Tonight, we're peeling back the layers of this mystery. We'll begin by tracing the origins of the Hollow Earth idea, how it emerged, who championed it, and how it became more than just a myth. Then we'll examine the most compelling claims, from alleged government cover-ups to stories of explorers who claim to have seen things no surface dweller was ever meant to see. We'll hear from skeptics who argue that the theory crumbles under scrutiny and explore why, despite scientific evidence, people continue to believe. Whether you think the Hollow Earth is nothing more than an elaborate myth or the greatest hidden truth of our time, one thing is certain: it refuses to fade into obscurity. Stay tuned.
The McDonald's Snack Wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch Snack Wrap. Spicy Snack Wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack Wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Throughout history, humanity has always been drawn to the idea of hidden realms, mysterious places just out of reach, holding untold secrets. The Hollow Earth theory is no exception. Its roots are steeped in mythology, science, and an insatiable desire to understand what lies beneath our feet. To fully grasp this conspiracy, we need to journey back in time and explore the cultural and historical context that birthed it. Ancient civilizations often looked to the Earth as not just a home, but a gateway. For the Greeks, the underworld wasn't just a metaphorical idea. It was a physical realm. Hades was believed to be an actual place beneath the surface, accessible through deep caverns or fissures in the earth. Similarly, in Norse mythology, Svartalfheim was the subterranean land of the dwarfs, creatures who forged weapons and treasures for the gods. These myths weren't isolated imaginings. They reflected a universal curiosity about what lay beyond the known. Fast forward to the Enlightenment era, when science began to challenge myth. In the 17th century, a groundbreaking idea emerged from English astronomer Edmund Halley, the same Halley who discovered the comet that bears his name. Halley proposed that the Earth was hollow, consisting of concentric spheres separated by vast spaces. His theory wasn't born out of whimsy. It was his attempt to explain anomalous magnetic readings at the poles. For the first time, the hollow Earth concept was anchored in scientific speculation. Halley's ideas inspired further inquiry, but it wasn't until the 19th century that the theory truly caught fire. John Cleves Sims Jr., an eccentric Army officer and self-proclaimed explorer, took Halley's musings and turned them into a full-fledged vision. Sims argued that the Earth contained massive openings at the North and South poles, leading to a habitable inner world. He was so convinced of his theory that he began a public campaign, publishing pamphlets and giving lectures to anyone who would listen. Sims's enthusiasm attracted both ridicule and admiration. While he failed to secure funding for his polar expeditions, his relentless efforts ensured that the hollow Earth idea would remain part of the public consciousness. But why did these ideas gain traction? To understand that, we need to consider the cultural backdrop. The 19th century was a time of exploration and discovery. Expeditions to uncharted territories were revealing new species, civilizations, and landscapes, fueling the imagination of the public. People were beginning to believe that the Earth held limitless mysteries, and if undiscovered lands could exist on the surface, why not beneath it? The unexplored poles, in particular, became a blank canvas for speculation. Then there's the political angle. The hollow Earth theory gained prominence during a time of global power struggles, colonial expansion, and resource competition. If an inner world existed, it could offer unimaginable riches: gold, minerals, or even fertile land. For some, the theory wasn't just about scientific curiosity, it was about potential dominance and control. In this historical and cultural cauldron, the hollow Earth theory evolved from a fringe idea into a tantalizing possibility. It offered an answer to humanity's deepest questions while challenging established knowledge. But most importantly, it ignited a sense of wonder, an invitation to imagine a world where anything might be possible. And it's this blend of myth, science, and ambition that set the stage for what's to come. Proponents of the hollow Earth theory argue that compelling evidence supports the idea of a hidden world beneath our feet. From historical accounts to scientific anomalies, they weave together a tapestry of claims that challenge our conventional understanding of the planet. Let's start with one of the most intriguing pieces of evidence: the alleged existence of massive polar openings. Advocates often point to historical expeditions and accounts that hint at strange phenomena near the Arctic and Antarctic regions. In the early 20th century, Norwegian explorer Olaf Jansen claimed he and his father had sailed through a polar opening into the inner Earth. According to Jansen's accounts, they discovered a land illuminated by a central sun, inhabited by advanced beings nearly 12 feet tall. While his story was dismissed by many as pure fantasy, hollow Earth enthusiasts view it as first-hand testimony of a hidden truth. Another key claim centers on Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a renowned American explorer. Byrd's expeditions to the North and South Poles are legendary, but conspiracy theorists zero in on one particular flight in 1947. According to certain interpretations of Byrd's private journals, whose authenticity remains hotly debated, he allegedly encountered a lush, temperate inner world during a secret mission over the Arctic. The journal describes an advanced civilization living in harmony, completely isolated from the surface world. Byrd supposedly referred to this place as the land beyond the poles. While skeptics argue that these accounts were fabricated or misattributed, they have become a cornerstone of hollow Earth lore. The science-minded proponents of the theory point to seismic activity as another possible clue. They argue that inconsistencies in the behavior of seismic waves during earthquakes could suggest vast, hollow spaces within the Earth. When seismic waves pass through the planet, their speed and direction can change unexpectedly, creating anomalies that some interpret as evidence of internal voids. While mainstream geologists attribute these irregularities to variations in the Earth's composition, hollow Earth theorists believe they point to something far more extraordinary. Then there are the accounts of unexplained disappearances, which some connect to hidden entrances to the inner world. Stories abound of explorers, hikers, and even entire groups vanishing near remote caves or crevices. The Kentucky Mammoth Cave System, the world's longest cave network, is often mentioned as a potential gateway. Tales of people descending into its depths, never to return, they add to the allure and the fear of what might lie below. Adding to the mystery are ancient maps and texts that hint at the existence of subterranean worlds. The 16th century Mercator map of the Arctic depicts 4 massive rivers flowing into a central point, a feature that some believe represents a polar entrance. Meanwhile, ancient Tibetan texts speak of the mythical kingdom of Shambhala, described as a paradise hidden within the earth. Could these historical artifacts be evidence of an enduring truth, or are they merely symbols of spiritual ideas? Perhaps the most compelling argument for believers is the notion of a central sun within the earth. They argue that certain natural phenomena, such as the aurora borealis, could be explained by light emanating from an internal source. In this view, the dancing lights of the northern and southern skies are not solar reflections, but glimpses of the radiant core of our hollow planet. These claims, whether drawn from anecdotal accounts, geological anomalies, or historical artifacts, form the backbone of the hollow earth theory. For believers, they represent a trail of breadcrumbs leading to a stunning revelation. For skeptics, they're coincidences and misinterpretations. But regardless of where you stand, the evidence has an undeniable allure, a promise that beneath our feet lies a world unlike anything we've imagined. Critics of the hollow earth theory approach it with the sharp tools of science and logic, dismantling the claims with what they argue are irrefutable facts. For them, the notion of a hollow planet populated by hidden civilizations or powered by a central sun is not only implausible, but defies the fundamental principles of physics and geology. Let's delve into their arguments. The first major objection lies in the basic understanding of planetary formation. Mainstream science explains that planets form through the process of accretion, where gravity pulls together dust and gas into a dense core. Over billions of years, this core becomes solid, with layers of molten rock and other materials surrounding it. If the Earth were hollow, scientists argue, it would lack the mass required to maintain its gravitational pull, destabilizing our orbit and making life as we know it impossible. Critics often say, a hollow Earth simply doesn't work within the framework of astrophysics. Next, geologists point to seismic data as a nail in the coffin for hollow Earth theory. When earthquakes occur, they release seismic waves that travel through the Earth's interior. By measuring how these waves move and reflect, scientists have mapped the planet's structure, revealing a solid inner core, a molten outer core, and a mantle of semi-solid rock. According to skeptics, if the Earth were hollow, seismic waves would behave differently, creating anomalies far more significant than those occasionally cited by proponents. Admiral Richard E. Byrd's alleged journeys to the inner Earth are also a target for skeptics. Mainstream historians and military records suggest that Byrd's polar expeditions were entirely surface-based and well-documented. The supposed journal describing his discovery of an inner world is widely considered a hoax, attributed to misattributions or outright fabrication. Byrd's official diaries and mission reports contain no references to anything resembling the hollow Earth. For debunkers, this glaring inconsistency undermines one of the theory's cornerstone narratives. The scientific impossibility of a central sun is another critical point raised by skeptics. They argue that a self-contained sun within the Earth would violate the laws of thermodynamics. Without a constant supply of nuclear fuel, such a sun could not sustain itself, and the immense heat it would produce would be incompatible with the reported lush environments of the inner world. Instead, the aurora borealis and aurora australis, the northern and southern lights, are explained as interactions between solar wind particles and the Earth's magnetic field, requiring no exotic phenomena. Critics also dismiss claims about ancient maps, such as the Mercator depiction of the Arctic, as products of their time. They argue that such maps are based on mythological and incomplete knowledge rather than hidden truths. As for the legends of Shambhala and similar subterranean kingdoms, skeptics suggest these are allegorical tales rather than literal descriptions, meant to inspire spiritual growth rather than map a secret reality. Finally, skeptics highlight the lack of hard evidence for the supposed entrances to the inner Earth. Despite advancements in satellite imaging, no credible evidence of polar openings or secret gateways has emerged. The stories of people disappearing near caves or crevices are seen as tragic accidents or urban legends, rather than proof of hidden realms. For skeptics, The hollow earth theory is a fascinating exercise in imagination, but one firmly outside the bounds of scientific plausibility. They view it as a relic of a time when much about our planet was unknown, a tale that has persisted not because it's true, but because it captivates the human desire for mystery and adventure. Yet, even as they lay out these rebuttals, the theory continues to thrive, proving that for some, the allure of the unknown is stronger than the weight of evidence.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in, here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at uhc.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
The hollow earth theory endures not just because of its intrigue, but because of what it represents, a profound challenge to the narratives we've been taught about the world. The theory's cultural, political, and social impact is vast, resonating across communities and time periods. It taps into universal human desires for discovery, control, and the idea that reality may be far more extraordinary than we've been led to believe. Culturally, the hollow earth theory offers a fertile ground for storytelling. From ancient myths to modern science fiction, humanity has long been captivated by the concept of hidden realms beneath our feet. The theory gives shape to these age-old fantasies, suggesting that the underworld isn't just a metaphor, but a real physical place. This idea fuels creativity and imagination, inspiring countless books, films, and video games. Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth is a prime example, a story so enthralling that it continues to be adapted and referenced, keeping the essence of the theory alive in popular culture. Socially, the theory appeals to those who feel disillusioned with mainstream narratives. In an age dominated by information and skepticism toward institutions, many are drawn to the idea that there's a hidden world deliberately kept secret from the public. For these individuals, the hollow earth represents the ultimate escape, a world unspoiled by modern corruption, untouched by the chaos of politics and social conflict. It's a vision of a utopia where peace and harmony reign, and humanity can start anew. The theory also finds traction in certain political contexts. Some proponents argue that the suppression of knowledge about the hollow earth is part of a broader conspiracy to control humanity. They believe governments and powerful organizations suppress discoveries that could upend societal norms or disrupt the status quo. In this way, the hollow earth theory serves as a stand-in for broader concerns about government overreach, media manipulation, and the suppression of dissenting voices. It's not just a question of geography, it's a question of power and who holds the keys to the truth. On a psychological level, the hollow earth theory speaks to our innate need for mystery. In a world where so much is mapped, cataloged, and understood, the idea of an entire hidden realm beneath our feet reignites a sense of wonder. It reminds us that there might still be frontiers to explore, secrets to uncover, and adventures to embark on. For many, believing in such possibilities is a form of resistance against the monotony of everyday life, a refusal to accept that the world is as ordinary as it seems. The theory also creates a sense of belonging. Communities of believers often form tight-knit groups, united by their shared conviction that they've uncovered something the rest of the world refuses to see. These groups can foster camaraderie and a sense of purpose, giving people a cause to rally around and a story to share. Ultimately, the hollow earth theory's impact goes beyond whether it's true or not. It has become a cultural phenomenon, a psychological refuge, and a symbol of resistance against an increasingly regimented world. It reminds us that mystery still exists, that our imaginations are boundless, and that the world we live in may hold more secrets than we dare to imagine. In that way, the hollow earth is more than a theory. It's an invitation to dream. Let's venture into the deepest corners of speculation, where the hollow earth theory transforms from a concept of hidden landscapes to something far stranger. This is where the narrative takes on an almost otherworldly dimension, a fusion of science fiction, mysticism, and the outright bizarre. If you think you've heard it all, brace yourself. We're diving headfirst into the fringes of what's possible, or perhaps impossible. One of the most intriguing ideas linked to the hollow earth is the belief in advanced civilizations residing beneath our feet. Proponents claim these beings aren't just surviving, they're thriving. Some accounts suggest that the hollow earth is home to the fabled Agarthans, an enlightened race far older and more advanced than humanity. They are often depicted as protectors of the planet, living in harmony with nature and wielding technologies that seem like magic to us on the surface. According to this narrative, the Agarthans remain hidden intentionally, observing humanity from afar, waiting for the right moment to intervene, or not. Expanding on this, some theorists claim that these subterranean beings might even have connections to extraterrestrials. The idea that UFOs aren't visitors from distant galaxies, but crafts emerging from within our own planet. Supporters point to sightings of unidentified flying objects near remote mountain ranges, oceans, or polar regions, areas said to house secret entrances to this hidden world. Imagine a network of tunnels spanning the globe, allowing these advanced beings to surface and retreat as they please, operating right under our noses. Then there's the connection to ancient myths. Many cultures tell stories of hidden realms. The Greek underworld, Shambhala in Tibetan Buddhism, and the Norse Svartalfheim. Could these legends be distorted memories of actual encounters with underground civilizations? Some suggest that the accounts of gods in ancient texts might be misinterpreted descriptions of advanced beings from the hollow earth, their actions and technologies inspiring awe and worship in early human civilizations. And what about the idea of a hollow earth as a refuge? Some theories posit that during catastrophic events, mass extinctions, ice ages, or even nuclear wars, humanity's ancestors sought shelter underground. Over millennia, they adapted to life below the surface, evolving into entirely new forms of life. Could the subterranean world be a living record of our planet's darkest and most secret history? Then there are claims of bizarre ecosystems in this inner world. Fringe scientists and explorers have described vast underground forests illuminated by bioluminescent fungi, rivers flowing with luminous, mineral-rich waters, and creatures resembling dinosaurs, long thought extinct on the surface. These tales paint a picture of a primeval paradise, a time capsule of Earth's distant past preserved beneath the crust. Some even suggest that the Earth's interior could host an entirely different reality, dimensions that bend the laws of physics. This brings us into quantum territory. Could the hollow earth be a gateway to parallel universes? It's a notion that stretches the imagination to its limits, but resonates with those who believe that the mysteries of existence extend far beyond what we can currently perceive. Finally, there's the chilling thought. If the hollow earth exists, who or what might be guarding its secrets? Whispers of clandestine military operations, unexplained disappearances, and even shadowy organizations surface when discussing this theory. If there's truth to any of these ideas, it begs the question, are we meant to find the entrance, or are we being deliberately kept out? The deeper we go into the speculative, the more the hollow earth transforms from a mere theory into a labyrinth of possibilities. Are these ideas just flights of fancy, or could there be a grain of truth buried in the bizarre? One thing is certain, what lies beneath continues to captivate, perplex, and inspire us. As we ascend back to the surface, let's take a moment to reflect on the intricate and mysterious tapestry of the hollow earth theory. Throughout this journey, we've explored a range of ideas, from the ancient myths and tales of Agartha to the accounts of modern-day explorers and the tantalizing whispers of advanced civilizations hiding beneath our feet. We've considered the evidence that fuels the theory, from puzzling geological findings to reports of unusual phenomena near the poles. And we've ventured into the speculative, where subterranean worlds become gateways to alternate dimensions and hidden ecosystems thrive in secret. Why does this theory persist? Perhaps it's because it resonates with something deep within us, a yearning to uncover the unknown, to find answers to questions we've carried for centuries. The idea of a hidden world beneath our feet is both unsettling and exhilarating, speaking to our primal fears and our boundless curiosity. It taps into the human desire for adventure, for discovery, and for the belief that there's more to this existence than meets the eye. Culturally, the Hollow Earth theory continues to inspire. It weaves itself into literature, film, and folklore, reminding us of our enduring fascination with what lies beyond the veil of our understanding. But it also serves as a reflection of our time, a mirror to our uncertainties, our hopes, and our anxieties. Whether we see it as a metaphor for hidden truths or a genuine mystery waiting to be solved, it challenges us to think beyond the confines of what we believe to be possible. And yet, as compelling as it is, the Hollow Earth theory leaves us with more questions than answers. Are the stories of hidden civilizations and secret entrances based on fact, or are they the creations of imaginative minds yearning for wonder? Could there be truths buried within the layers of myth, or is the Hollow Earth a cautionary tale about the limits of human perception? The beauty of a mystery like this lies in its open-endedness. It's a puzzle we may never fully solve, but the search for answers is where the magic happens. As we wrap up this episode, let's leave the depths of the Earth behind and look skyward. Our next episode tackles a conspiracy that has sparked its own firestorm of debate, the 5G controversy. Is this revolutionary technology a game changer for communication and innovation, or is it something more sinister? From health concerns to claims of global surveillance, we'll dive deep into the signals that surround us and the fears they ignite. Thanks for tuning in to the Conspiracy Files podcast. We're here with brand new episodes every Wednesday. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, don't forget to follow us and be sure to rate, review, and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. You can also reach out anytime by emailing us at contact@theconspiracyfilespodcast.com. Until next time, and remember, the truth is out there. If you enjoyed this episode, check out our sister podcasts, True Crime Files. Delve into shocking real-life crime stories, explore unsolved mysteries, and uncover the chilling tales of infamous serial killers. Paranormal Files. Step into the eerie realm of ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, and everything in between. Ancient Mysteries. Travel back in time to uncover the secrets of ancient civilizations, unsolved mysteries, and lost treasures. And Conspiracy Theories and Cover-Ups. Discover the secrets they don't want you to know. Find them all wherever you listen to podcasts.